voice that carries them has kept me astray. Too soon to act on it, can we ever be? That all depends on what you're feeling from me. Let me show you all the way. Let me show you all the ways. Oh, let me show you all the ways. Yeah, let me show you all the ways. Oh. Taken by the words that you say. The voice that carries them has kept me astray. Too soon to act on it, can we ever be? That all depends on what you're feeling from me. Let me show you all the way. Let me show you all the way. Let me show you all the ways. Yeah, let me show you all the ways. Oh.
Peoples of the planet. Welcome everybody. Mr. Syrian, welcome man. Welcome everybody. Well, we're gonna keep working in the game today, and I think by Friday I'm gonna be able to give you guys a copy of it. Oh yeah, it's getting in there. So a couple of things that I need to do to be able to give you guys a copy. It's pretty much some calls to the socket, to the bot, when you finish the game and that type of thing. Pretty much game states that I need to send over to the bot, right? So when you finish the game, the points that you made, I need to send that to the bot so the bot can calculate if you beat the record. And pretty much the basics there, right? I'm probably gonna be keep adding functionality to it and adding things like the sounds and animations, that type of thing. But the basic game I can give you guys Friday. So let me see here where we stopped last night, yesterday. And I think I did, not last night, when we stopped Monday. And I did a little bit more work on Tuesday, offline. So when you click login, says, okay, failed to find the user. Of course, that we need to be checking these fields here, because we don't want the person to click login if they didn't fill out the text here. So we're going to be checking those. This cannot be empty, right? And if those are not empty, then we send the request. But if something else happened and these fields are not checked and the bot get the request with empty fields, the bot already handles that, right? So I build the functionality thinking, okay, if the fields are empty, the bot needs to take care of that. If we have this, we're gonna get another message. In if you get this, you know, we get a different message. So if I put that in there, it found my account, but the password doesn't match, right? If I remember, my password was this, I think. Yeah. So then when I put the right password, it actually gives me access to the game, right? And then I can play. So there is that. I need to add the functionality for the points here. So the faster you are, the time remaining, you would get, you know, bonus points based on the time left here. So in this case, let's say if you mark all the numbers and you would click next, all that time is gonna give you bonus points, right? So let's try to finish the checking for these fields here. Mystic Cities, welcome to the stream, my man. How you're doing? Mystic Cities, you're a good artist. You need to make a nice background for our game here, because I'm using just like a image, right? I don't know if you can. I think you can. You could, you know what you could do? That will be cool. If you wanna take a screenshot of your the player on your game, take a screenshot with that shader you have. We could use the picture of that as the background. I think that will be cool. If you wanna send that over, and if you allow me to use that in this little game, that will be cool. I think that will be awesome. Okay, let's first, let's check those fields and not let it submit if that's empty, right? I'm down. Yeah, man, let's do it. Let's do it. Okay. Player data. We need to find the login panel. The login panel is the guy that actually login panel. It's actually the guy that manages that. So right here on login click, we are literally just grabbing whatever is in that field and then raising this event, right? So we don't want to do that. Official gamer, my man, what just happened? Thanks for the bits, man. I had my sound muted. I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. I just put it up here, but I missed it. Can I do it again? Repeat. There we go. Official gamer, welcome to the stream, man. So let's start. If username is, we can do is string but null or empty. Username. How's the progress going? It's going, man. It's going. If you're talking about this game, I'm probably gonna give you, I'm probably gonna be able to give you guys a copy of it by Friday. Hopefully by Friday I can give you a copy of the basic stuff. And the survival game, still working on it. There's a couple of things I need to finish. I'm not sure if I'm gonna be able to give you guys the pre-alpha by the end of the year, but for sure, after all the holidays and everything, I'm probably gonna be able to give you guys a... Congrats, man. Dude, you're in your lucky day today, huh? You're in your lucky day. So here, we're gonna say username cannot be empty. And then if, and then we're gonna return, right? I'm gonna do that and return, and then we're gonna do the same thing for the password. If, so let's do string dot nor empty password. We're gonna do return as well, but cannot be empty. There we go. Rigged. 99 in official. Welcome to the stream. Unless if you are one of the guys that are here all the time and change their name, but I don't remember seeing here before. So 99 in official. Welcome to the stream, bro. Fighting is now a thing. Let me see that. Dude, I really like how your game is looking, Mystic. Like, no kidding, man. No kidding. I honestly think that's cool what you're doing, man. Like, I think the shader, it's pretty cool. The shader that you're using. That's pretty cool, man. And now you have the AI moving and everything. The last time I saw it, the AI was just like stopped in there. I love the shader. I do love it. Like the hair, like I love it. It's pretty awesome. I've been here on once on twice. Oh, thanks, man. Thanks for stopping by. Okay, so what I want to do here, if you guys saw it, we have this message here. I want to inform the user what's going on, right? Let's delete that. And then set message text. This is what we want to do. And then for the message, we're going to say the user name null. Not null, empty. People don't know what null means. And then let's do color dot yellow. Let's do yellow. And then for the password, so we are not going to be sending anything to the bot until we get those two fields filled, right? Let's double check if works. The username cannot be empty. That's what we want. The password cannot be empty. Blah, 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 blah. Username, password, one match. So there we go. Now we can start the game. Cool. I think we're gonna get a good chunk done tonight of the game. Okay, it's working. Just finished my degree in game development. Dude. Interview next week for a job. Cyber intelligence government contractor. As a software developer. That's super exciting. What the hell do I do? Underqualified. The Yag. Welcome to the stream. Dude. If you have the knowledge, the thing is, you just need to get the experience, right? Because if you studied for it, and if you know, and if you like what you're doing, you're gonna do well. You just need the experience. That's it. And if they hire you, you learn as you go, you know? That's how you do it. But that's great, man. That's great that you have an interview already. Devs of Jeffs. Okay, what's the next thing I need to do? I want to delete that button and that script that we created here. Test script. I want to delete that. And I want to delete the button. We're not going to be using that. So, are you going to be doing 99 inefficient? What are you going to be doing? It's like cyber intelligence. Are you going to do like networking, cyber security, that type of thing? I remember playing around with like network type of stuff, you know, like security and hacking, and I worked for a while, but it's really enjoyable, but I end up like doing different things, you know, after. But it's pretty cool. It's a nice field. It's a nice field if you like it. My internet's cracked. I can only watch one at a time. Oh man. Mr. Two Streams. You guys, I'm gonna tell you something. Okay. So now, here's what I want to do. I need to create a socket here. On game state received. Ghostbuster like joke. Don't cross the streams. I'd be working on programs that look at things like analyzing social media networks, track relationships, criminals, geolocation, catching torrent uploaders. Oh wow. Man, I think the part with the social media, like tracking relationships and that type of thing, would not be something that I would like to do. But the geolocation, criminals, and catching a torrent upload, that type of thing, I probably would like it. But talking about illegal content, right? Not just torrent, but people that actually use torrent for illegal illegal data, right? That probably would be fun. Set player data. So when we authenticate, we are setting our player here. Yeah, player data. Agent 99. Go to definition. Okay, so this is our player. Okay. So now, what I'm trying to do here is, when you finish the game, we need to send the all the points you made, all that stuff, we need to send that to the bot, right? This is what I'm trying to accomplish right now. Add points to references. Who is calling this? Oh, let's do debug.log. Called, and let's do how much points we are trying to add here. E.points. Just to see if there is actually event add points. Go to definition. For references. Yeah, there's no one firing this event yet. Okay. We should have one event. We should have one event game over. Event game over right here. So let's go to our little API here. Event game over. We have that. But we need to be sending here, besides. Why am I sending the XP on game over? Let me double check that. 1 second here, guys. Let me mount my bot so I can have access to the files. Oh, by the way, you guys can set your password already. So if you whisper, let me see here. Oh, put this here. Which connection? Twitch, this one. Nope, not that server. This one. I don't want you guys to see all the passwords that people set already by mistake. Let me see here. What? Oh, there we go. Who is it? Coz. Thanks for the following. Okay, so I want to be sure that I don't show you. Where is it? So yeah, I cannot show you these fields here, but this is where the password is being saved. So if you guys hit Max, welcome to the stream. If you guys whisper Bottweiler Jr. with this command and like that, so if you whisper Bottweiler Jr. with the command set pass, everything after that is gonna be your password for the game. So let's see if someone's gonna set their password. I can actually see here when you guys do it. So try to do that. It should be working. It's not gonna show your password. By the way, don't use your real password. Just use gibberish. Some type of gibberish that you know what it is, right? There we go, Hitmax. There you go. See, so you set your password. Now you would be able to play the game. So let's say if I give you a copy of the game right now, you would be able to log in using that password. So that's how you gain access to play the game. You just need to set your password here. And that's the command for it. Okay, so let me go back here. That end game, where am I listening for that socket? Where is it? User login. So looks like I'm just debugging the game state on game over. So let's see if that's the case. Let me go back here. So, and then you would add your Twitch username to log in, and then the password that you set through the command, right? To log in here. So let's play one game here real quick. Come on. Give me something. So this one. Which one? This one. Now I got two. Finish. There we go. So since I'm just debugging that, that's what we get here. But I need your ID, but I don't need the XP amount here, right? I need the points that you did. So let's change that so we can send over the points to the bot. So we can say user info dot add, and this is gonna be points. $50 to string, right? Can you see my password? Yes, I can. That's why you guys should never set a password that it's important. For this game, just use a gibberish password, right? Because anyone can see it. It's not encrypted. It's going through the wire as a plain text. So don't use, I have in a database, Max. It keeps like in a database as a string in there. I can show you later, but it's in there. Go to definition. . Game state data. So public int points. E dot the game data dot points. There we go. And then we need to go to our, let's save everything and let's go to our game manager. And then let's start using that points that we just created instead of using the points that we have here. So is this going away? Okay. What? Oh, I saw some people talking about that. We're fake. Well, I don't think that the majority were fake, but this is what they are trying to say, right? This is what they are trying to say, like, oh, was just like spam and nobody really cares. It's just a spam. This is what they're trying to sell to everybody. What's the picture resolution? That's a good idea. That's a good question. Canvas. I'm not sure. (1080, 1920). This is Mystic. This would be, the idea would be for a mobile phone. So what are the resolution for a good images for a mobile? I don't know the resolution of those pictures. Would be something similar to that, right? Because even if I do, even if I do a build for you guys, because if you guys have iPhones, you guys are not going to be able to install the app. I know that some of you guys cannot install apps. Of course, if you have the iPhone, you cannot install apps if not through the App Store, right? So I'm probably going to make a build that's going to run in a PC, but it will be fixed like the same resolution type, depending the phone. So let's say the iPhone and this phone right here. So the iPhone and Nexus 5, that's going to be this resolution, right? It doesn't need to be, it's just a resolution that would work. Doesn't need to be perfect. That would be Android and iPhone. Yeah, I remember Yag saying that he only had the iPhone, right? So Yag would not be able to install it. So then I would make for you guys a desktop version so you guys could play on your computer, if anything, right? My iPhone died. Oh boy. The game state data. Okay, do we have any more errors? The battery. Actually, talking about batteries, I need to get a new battery for my phone. My phone right now, I charge during the night. I wake up in the morning, I go to work. When I get back home, my phone is dying already. So the battery is not holding. Okay, let's see if we get that number now. Where? Here. Here. That devil, man. Okay, so we finished that. Nice. So now we made 1700. That's pretty much what we need. Cool. Mr. City level up to level 140. So Hitmax set the password. Set the password again. Yag set the password again. And Hitmax sets... Jesus, how many times you guys are setting the password? Oh boy. Dr. Argus level 500. Jeez Louise. How many times are you gonna hit... Yag said the password again. Oh boy. Okay. So now we have the points. Right? So right here in the bot, we need... check the update max record. So I have the best password. So, well, I'm not gonna be showing you guys password anymore because that's gonna be the password for your game, right? So if people find out, they're gonna be using your XP. Not good as mine. Even though, again, don't put real passwords in there. Came up with something and use for the game, right? So this is how it's going to work. The bot is gonna hold the max points wherever. So let's say I played and I did, you know, I did there 1780. So this would be the max record. If someone beat that, that person would be the one holding the max points. And then every Friday or every day, depending how much you guys are playing, that person will get all the XP, right? Because every time you play, you would have to put like 10 or 100 XP to play, and that XP would go towards the jackpot, right? Look at the password. Mystic Cities, level 68. Yeah, I'm gonna look the password here. 1 second. Since you guys wanted me to show you. Let me see here. Since you guys really want me to show you the password. That's Yag. Look, Yag password. Best password. Let me find Hitmax. Oh boy. There we go. Open Sesame. That's a good one. Okay. I'm done showing passwords, not showing anymore. Checka, level 59, dude. Okay. we need to create a model that's gonna handle that. Twitch bot, chat command, bot XP, right here, models. We need to create a table. It's Mongo, so Mongo doesn't have table, right? But let's create a document here that will hold the table for the game state, like who is holding the maximum points, the jackpot, all that stuff, right? Oh, I got an image here for Mystic Cities. Oh yeah. Dude. I'm gonna save it right now. Let's do downloads. Okay. Let me go back here. I'm gonna do it right now. That's gonna look pretty cool. So background, oops, we need to make it, that's gonna be sprite 2D, apply, and then background. There we go. It's kind of, is it stretching it? Why it's kind of like stretchy? Is it's supposed to be this way? It looks pretty good though. I think it's not stretching. Let me open the image here. Yeah, it's not stretching. I think it looks fine. 16 by 9, yeah. So it looks correct. There we go. Yeah, man. And the green here matches with that green. There we go. Nice, man. Mystic, thank you. Cool. Let's go back here and do this. Go. Let's do game state. It's not game state. Let's do game score. Well, it would not be score either. Game. What could I call? Guys, this is going to be holding the amount of the jackpot, who is the has the record, the name of that person, the ID of that person, and is going to be holding the max score. What that would be called? The game what? I'm gonna call game max data. I have no idea right now. So that's gonna be called Go game max data, right? Game max data. So now we need to create the events for it. So get jackpot And then we're gonna do save jackpot. You know what? Let's grab everything in one shot. Get game max data. Because we can get everything from the database since we are dealing with Mongo. Change wherever we need to change and then save that back again, right? I think that's gonna be the easiest. Get data and then set data. And this will be game data. Okay, so we have the events. Let's create the methods that actually do the thing. FX. Welcome to the streamer, man. How are you doing? JGoal model prototype dot set max data equals function takes the game data and takes a callback. That's what we want, right? And then let's do that. And instead of setting, we're gonna be getting. Get. Okay, so now we need to define our game data. So I'm thinking for our game data, we're gonna have something like this. So let me create a couple of lines here with comments. Actually, instead of doing that way, let's do here. So var game data equals an object. This object would have jackpot, right? Jackpot will be a number. Would have how are we calling it here in the game? You have to have max the score. Okay, so let's do max the score. Where is it? Max the score is going to be a number like that. And then max score ID. So max score, I think I'm going to do underlines. Max score user ID. So this will be the ID of the person that's holding the max score, right? Do you guys think we need something else here? YAG level 238, dude. Jackpot, max score, the person that's holding the max score. I think that's it for now. So this is our model, right? For our game data. And close that out. Okay. So that's what we need so far. I kind of want to copy here. Save user. Let's grab this thing right here and make a copy for the set. And this, what's the collection? This one. That. Game data. Save game data. So that was easy. Okay, now we need to do a get. Let's do a get on that one. I'm just gonna add one more thing here. I know that I could change the Mongo query, but since I don't want to do that right now, I'm gonna do ID equals to 1. Okay, bear with me here. And this is not gonna be game data. We just need a callback here where ID is equal to 1, right? Because maybe this is, I'm thinking, we could have different games going, right? And if we have different games going, we could have different jackpots, different max scores. So let's keep this way. So when we call this get game max data, for now that we just have 1, we have hard-coded here 1. Okay, and then game data, the callback is gonna be just that. Let me add one more. If not error, so if we had no error, we do that. Else, let's do that plus error. So let's debug that, and then let's say if callback. So if we have a callback, we're gonna do a callback with a null on it. Gotta run. Go for it, Yag. Thanks for stopping by, man. So if we have a callback, we call it with a null. Playcraft, dude. So let me save this. Now we can get our game data and we can set. But this is the internal methods. We're gonna be using the events here that we just created. So when we receive this event, we're gonna do let me check here. How did I do? Okay, so let's start with the get. get game data, and then callback, and that will be that dot, then pass the callback. This callback will be called with game data, and then we say that should do it. Nope. Function. Can I just do that? I'm not sure if I can just do that. Pass this callback here. This function would only take a callback. I think that should work. And then this one, the set, we can do that, and then we pass game data, comma, callback. And then wherever is the callback here, we're gonna pass there. This is the callback that we're gonna call with the result. I guess that makes sense. Okay. Let me save that and reset the bot. Model get max data. So this is the event that we need to call, get max data. So we can do that dot events dot emit that dot ID plus this thing here. And then the second parameter would be just the callback. So the callback will be a function that would return the game data, if I did that correctly. Right? And then let's do not debug console.log get max data fired, and then let's console.log the game data. It probably at this point it would be null, right? It will be null because we have no game data. We didn't save yet. So let's try. Let me restart the bot here again. Okay, so the bot's going. Let's go back to the game here. Oh, I need to type it. Okay, let me try to finish this game really quick. I'm not gonna even mark anything. Okay, so user ID points 220. Yeah, that's what we made. Get max data fired, and the data was null. Okay, so at that point, and this never should happen, right? We always should have data in there, but we need to add code in here that's gonna handle that. So we're gonna say if game data, so if we have the game data, that's fine, all good. Else is the situation that we are now. So if we don't have the game data, we're gonna do var. Let me go here and copy. So we want to do this. You want to create that data. Right? Game data, the jackpot would be 100. The max score would be, what am I getting here in the bot? So the max score would be the points of the person. So if we have no score wherever it's playing, that's gonna be set to points. So that's gonna be game state dot points. Game state dot points. And then let me copy that. The user ID here would be game state dot that. Okay. So this is what's gonna happen. We're gonna try to get the data. If we get the data, here we're gonna be checking, is the score greater than the max score? If it is, we're gonna update, right? And this is one very specific case where we don't have that data in there yet. So we're gonna be using wherever we are receiving from the game and setting that to it. And then after here, we need to do that. We need to do that events dot emit that dot ID plus wherever is the event game and dev. Welcome to the stream, man. Welcome. We want to do set max data. And then we have the game data and the callback, right? So we're gonna do that. And then the first parameter here would be the game data. And now we're gonna do our callback function result, right? So that max data, set max data. You still don't get it? Dude, I need to remember. I'm not expecting that. And I have like a bunch of stuff that I'm thinking about it. I'm gonna get it eventually. Yeah, I'm gonna get it, man. I'm gonna get it. It's hard. It's hard to remember all you guys' usernames. Imagine, I'm just one, right? You guys like imagine if you have 5 of you guys that have one username here. That's one thing. And then on Discord, you guys have a different username. So from 5 people, I already need to remember 10 usernames, right? And then now you have 2 accounts with Twitch. There you have 2 different names. And it like, I can remember at a point. Like after that, it's really hard to remember. It's really hard to remember, man. So we can do if result. Let's do that dot log info. Let's do game max data successfully, right? So let's see if that works. Where's my bot? Okay. Let's try play the game. Don't worry, it's happened to me as well. Is this all JavaScript? It's very similar to C#. That, the one that I'm doing here, this is JavaScript, right? This is JavaScript. And then the game itself is in C#, right? Just assume for the JS, yeah. Yeah, it's JavaScript. Hitmax is not Java. It's JavaScript. It's JavaScript, bro. JavDev. Yeah, we have a new background, guys. So let's try finish this really quick. And the devil showed up already. Okay, finish. Did our bot crashed? It did not. GameMax data updated successfully. That's what we are expecting. Let me stop this. Where is our database here? So let's try refresh this. So now we have the first record and max score. Why is minus 20? What? Did I do minus 20 in that game? No way. No way. Did I do a negative points? Oh, because of the devils and I was not clicking anything. That's why. That's how that works. Yeah, I probably did it negative. How do I win the jackpot again? Okay, so you guys are going to be playing the game every day or all the week. So every Friday, if you beat the max score, because let me show you. So let's do this again. So the max score here would be showing your name, right? So let me pause it and game score panel. Not the score panel. Max score panel. Text. And then this would say here JavDev, right? Do I need to make it bigger? Oh, okay. But how can I change that? Max score. Well, your name would be there, right? Your name would be here for everybody. So everybody that's playing the game would see that the max score is, let's say, 5200, and your name would be next to it. So every Friday, I would grab the person that's in here, and the jackpot, I would pay that person wherever is in the jackpot, right? So that's how it would work. Now we need to create. Now, if we do it again, we will have a game data. So let's do this here. So we're going to be saving it, the game data, right? But before, we need to do some checkings in here. Before we do that, we need to say if the game state dot points that are the points that we are receiving for the person that just finished that play, right? If the points is greater, it needs to be greater than the game data dot, how did I call max score? If it's greater than max score, then the game data dot max score is going to be equal to game state dot points, and this also needs to update. So how about the most win in a week? Because there is no win. The only way to win is like, yeah, you could fill the card, right? You could mark all the numbers, but then you would have a lot of people that would mark all the numbers as well. But the thing is, depending how you play the game, you can make more or less points, even though if you mark the entire board. So how fast you are, that also will give you bonus points, that if you play the game super fast and you fill up the board, you're gonna beat the max score. So it's gonna be super hard to say, okay, if you fill the board, you win, and then, you know, if you have 10 wins, you're gonna go. It's gonna be hard because a lot of people would mark the entire board. So it's going to be based on the points, right? If you beat the max score, then you're good. So we want to update the user ID is greater than the max score. Okay. So remember that we have a negative number here because I didn't click anything at all. We need to restart the bot though, because did I save everything? Let me double check. Yeah, I saved it. So let's restart the bot here. Okay. Okay, let's click something here, at least we can. Now I'm making some points here. And then, see, if you make lines, you get points for it. If the angel shows up, you get points. If the devil shows up, you lose points. And the faster you are to go to the next round, the time left would give you bonus points as well. Okay, so now it finished. Let's see if our bot didn't break. So it's saved. Okay, let's Refresh. $18.40. Yeah, we made $18.40, and then the jackpot. So we need a way to update the jackpot now. Okay, so to update the jackpot, that must be done when the game starts, right? Very hard, never mind, I get it. Okay. So here's what we want to do. I guess we need, so this is our is all the sockets, right? Yeah, this finished the sockets. We need one more when the game starts. So let's do socket.on jgo on game start function. Here is what we want. Let's do game state again. We don't really need that, but we can do it just for fun. And here, update the jackpot. Because if you start the game, means that you paid 100 to actually we have this one right here. Let's use that one. When we remove the XP from the user, we're going to be adding to the jackpot, right? The jackpot goes to the max score of the current game. Right. So let's say if I'm playing now and I end up the game with 100 points, right? And you're playing and you end the game with 150 points. You are going to be the one with the max score. And the jackpot, it increases based every time you play. The XP that you put to play goes to the jackpot. So in that case, the jackpot would have 200, right? So next time that I play, I need to pay 100. The jackpot goes to 300. And if I beat your score, that will be 150. I will have the max points, right? And it resets every week. Yeah. Let's see in our, where do we remove, on remove player XP? Let me see the game manager. There we go. So on start game, XP to play. Okay, so that works for us. That works. So now we need to remove the XP from player, update jackpot, update jackpot here, and update the player XP on client, right? This is the 3 things we need to do here. So let's start by removing the XP from the player, right? I'm gonna lose a lot of XP now just testing. So let's go to our model here. Event handlers. Get user by ID. One second. Set user pass. We're not using that. Can remove these 2 here because we are not using it. Get user by ID. This is not the user that we are looking for though. Let's take a look here in your password. This one. We are looking for the user from the XP system, right? Because the user exists only in the XP system. So close that, and that, right? Yeah. So inside here, else to find the user in the XP system. So if we have the user, this can go here. Now we are there. Actually, the removal didn't happen yet. So if we have the user, we're gonna say let me actually guess I watched this guy. Bloody mustache. Welcome to the stream, man. Nice to see you again, dude. Actually, I don't remember what I'm getting here for the user info. So let's do console.log user info. Okay. Now let's restart our super bot. And let's play the game. Okay, now we should have received that. Oh, when we click new game, now we receive that in the bot. And we are getting the user ID and the XP that we need to remove from it. Because I just click new game, it automatically removes the XP, right? So it should remove the XP automatically. So that user info, it's an object like that. So let me format this code. Right? No. There? No. There. There we go. Now we found it. Bloody mustache. How are you doing, man? Username. Get user by username. Get user by ID. I want it. Hopefully we have that. Do you remember me? Yeah, dude. Get user by ID. And that's gonna be user info dot ID, right? Console.log. I got the user. Let's see if that flies. How you get that cool console? This one right here? That one that you're talking about? I can show you. Let me know if it's that one. I think it is, but Jeff Dev. Login. New game. Okay, let's double check our bot. No, we did not got our user. Yeah, so let me find for you here. Windows 10 bash console. So follow these instructions right here. How to install bash on Windows 10. Let me copy the link for you. So you go through this thing, you enable the developer mode, right? And then you go to control panels, programs, and then you want to click on turn Windows features on and off. And then you want to check mark Windows subsystem for Linux beta, right? Then after that point, you're probably gonna have to restart your computer. After you restart, you can search for bash, and that's gonna be the screen. Of course, that mine, I changed the colors, right? You can right click and then go to properties, right? And then change the opacity and like all that cool stuff, right? So it doesn't come green like this to begin with. You kind of need to just set up the way you like it, but that's how you get it. And you have like basic features from Linux. I really wish that it supported SSHFS, so I could actually mount external hard drives from the server to mount them locally. But I guess that needs to do some changes in the kernel, and probably Windows doesn't want to do that, or you would have to load modules into the kernel to be able to do that. I don't think Windows, they were talking about of implementing, but I don't know if they are going to do it. And you can do a bunch of stuff. You can it's kind of like a Ubuntu terminal, so you can do apt update, apt-get install, so you can install like curl and that type of thing. But some things you install it, but they don't work, right? And sometimes it just fail. Like I finished implementing character system prefab library. Oh yeah, man. Go for it, man. Go for it, because I want to play it. I want to stream your game. Okay. Where's the survival game? I'm just taking a break from it, working in this little game, and then I'm gonna go back to it. Get user by ID. Let me see if I have that event here. Viewers. So I finish this. Alpha release. Yeah, man. Get. So I have by username. Get user. So did I call it get user? We save everything. Where is the model? Viewers, get user, callback null, user. Okay, so we're gonna be receiving the user right here. I got user. Let's see if that flies. Okay. There won't be a multiplayer, but it still will be fun. Yeah, man. Well, you need to start, you know? You need to start with something. And I get -20 already. Dang, son. Give me a break. I got user. Now we are there. Now we are doing things here. So let's go back to our code. We get the user. Let me debug this user here. Not username, the user. Okay. Some pass. Dude. So that's the user that we're getting in here. That's the user object. Okay, so we want to say user dot xp equals user info dot xp amount. So we're gonna be removing that from the user every time you start a new game. And then we need to save that. So remove the XP, and then we're gonna say that events dot emit. It's gonna be save user, maybe save user, and then probably the user that we are saving and a callback. I will take it. Function result, right? XP was from user. Let me double check that. So get user, get top level. Do I have a save user? I have the save user, but I don't know if I have an event for it. Save settings. Let me just double check something here, because I think I had an event. No, I don't. I'm actually calling the method directly from the database here. Okay, so let's create that event. That events.on. Let's do save user, comma user, comma callback. Right? function. There we go. Now we're gonna do this. That dot user callback. So now we are listening for that event. Save user. Oh, we are returning an error and result. So we are returning two things here. I'm gonna change, well, I cannot change this one though, because we are using it. So this event, so this callback is gonna have an error in the result. Okay, well, let's do that here then. So if we have an error, else, and then we keep going in here. So this we are doing in here, right? Now we are saving the user. Now there's two other things we need to do here. Okay, let me remove this and let's keep going. So the XP was removed, and then we need to update the jackpot. Okay, so to update the jackpot, we are going to be doing the same thing that we are doing here. Let me copy this. Dang. So if we got the game data, let me go back here. So we get the game data. After we get the game data, we say if we have a game data, else we're gonna do game data dot jackpot plus equals this. So we take from the user and we add to the jackpot. Okay, now we need to do one more event to save that. So that events emit game data. So right here we are updating the jackpot. The game data, let's do the jackpot. Increase 2, and then let's do the amount of the jackpot here. That's gonna be game data dot jackpot. Okay. After this point, we need to send this information over to the client, to the game, to the person that's playing the game, because we just took his XP from here, because the game keeps track of how much XP you have, right? So I can do that automatically, just removing from the game as well when you play it. But I am also want, let's do a to-do here. Let client be a change on the user XP, right? Because right here, if we go back to our C#, start game, remove player XP. Let's see who is listening for it. Go to definition. Just the API. So let's go to our game manager and we could say the player data dot XP equals to XP to play. So we would raise this so the server would remove, and then automatically we would remove the XP here in the client, right? But I want to send that from the bot as well. So anything that we receive from the bot, that's going to be the XP. If something happens in the game and something get messed up, let me save this one here. We don't have a different XP in the game and a different XP in the server, right? So at this point, it's fine. Let me stop here. Unofficial level 2, man. Thanks for watching, bro. 99 unofficial. Okay, let's try to play. And actually, let me see my XP here. So I have 63,365. Okay. So now if I do a check again, 63,265. So it's actually working. It's taking from my XP, right? It's taking from my XP. That's good news. Okay, now this is what we need to do. when we start the game, look at that. Are you not doing this school anymore? Or this is going to be the place for the school here? But it's looking good. Are you going to place the school here, or it has nothing to do with the school anymore, Mystic? You're doing something completely different. Because you're doing a game with the school and a bunch of stuff, right? So let's do if the player data dot xp is greater or equal to xp to play, then we do that. Actually, if it's less than that, we're gonna say return, and then we're gonna say debug.log the player not have XP to play. We're gonna probably have to display this in the game somewhere, right? But let's do a debug for now. I have to make the map before I can put the skull and all the other stuff in it. The concept. Oh, I see. So it's still the same game, right? So you're doing like, this is kind of like what I do. I start playing around with one thing, playing around with the other thing. Like the ideas that I have for the game, and I say, oh, I'm gonna need this, let me play around with this. This is actually what I do, and then I say, okay, now let's start putting all this together, right? Pretty cool, man. Okay, let's see if we can play. Like 3 times. Dude, I had done like 6 times already. Just my inventory system, no kidding. I think it's 6 times I refactored it already. Jeff Dev. The player does not have XP to play. Okay, then. So looks like we are not updating this. And why is that? Emit user login. 200 pages? Dude. User login. Let's take a look in the bot here. User login. So we are sending over login authorized, and we are passing the user. So login authorized. Player data. User authenticated. So oh, I think I know what's happening. I think I know what's happening. Let me just double check here. So this is our database user, right? Copy. Now let's go back to this class here. I was thinking that I had XP here with like a capital X, and when we were parsing it, it wasn't working. But no, I have all the variables with the same exact names. So set the player data. We're gonna have to debug everything here. I got your link, man. Oh, you have a huge map in there. That was the picture of just that part, right? Is it? It's supposed to be big that way, or you're just like making it super big right now? Bug.log. Let's do the user XP. It's going to be data.xp. Different biomes, masks. Oh wow. The user XP is 0. What? Login authorized. Login authorized. This is what we are calling in the bot here, right? Bot XP. Console.log user. Just let's double check. It should be fine, but let's double check. Okay. Oh, I see. That user is not the user that we are expecting. That's why. Okay. The shader and styling. Oh, dude. Hopefully that's not gonna be super difficult. So, get user by name. Now right here, we actually need to get the XP system user. That's the user that we are expecting in the other side. The other side of the force. This one right here. So if that's successful, so we're gonna do XP user so we don't get confused with our variables here. If XP user, we do that with our XP user, right? Else to find the XP, the user from the XP system database. Find out that the best resolution for the terrain is. I guess that's a good size. I don't know if I would go bigger than that. I guess it depends, but 49.6, it's a good size. So let's try to do this. Save that. Message. Okay. User info. Okay. Let's try. Dr. Argus. Look who just showed up. I'm gonna end up stitching terrains together. Can I log in now? I cannot even log in anymore. Failed to get user, the ID is empty. Okay, so that's the problem. Let me do user info. Because I think this is not called user ID. This is called something else. That's why it's failing it. Was with my mom after I came home late. That was the tone. I don't remember, how did I say it? How did I say Dr. Argus? Look who just showed up. Look who decided to show up. How you doing, man? Jeff. Sound pass. Okay. What? User info. Let me save this again. Oh. I need to do, there we go. User dot underline ID. I'm not receiving any ID from the user info. I'm only receiving the user name. Right? Let me stop that. Almost there, Dr. Argus. Almost there, man. To get these work. I think I was telling you guys, I think Friday I'm gonna have a version that I can give you guys. And yeah, now it's fine. And then the user XP is 63,270. Yeah, that's my XP. I was telling the guys, I think Friday I'm gonna be able to give you guys a copy. The thing is, I think it's going to be a copy. This first copy is going to be for PC. because I'm still having the issue with the sockets, right? The sockets are not working on mobile. So until I don't fix that, I'm gonna give you guys a copy that you can actually play in your desktop. But the cool would be to play in the phone, right? This is a phone game. That's not a desktop game, but you mean you guys have a stupid Android phone a copy? Yeah. Yeah, bro. Yeah. Yeah, that's exactly because some of you guys have iPhones, and Yag told me iPhone you cannot install anything if it's not through the App Store. So I'm not gonna put in the App Store, right? I was just going to give you guys the build for it. So since some of you guys have iPhones and you would not be able to install, at least you would have the desktop version. And then the guys that have the Android, I can just give you the APK and you guys can install it. It's pretty easy. So new game, I can install it. Yeah, but most people, they don't know how to do it, right? Because you need to put probably the phone on developer mode, and it's pretty much with Android you need to do the same thing. But I don't know, I guess Android people, they like to change stuff more. I guess they are not, they, you know, work with the phone more. And I guess the iPhone users, they don't mess up much with the phone, I guess. Test flight. Yeah, I don't even know how you do it with Apple, but it must to have an option, right? Because if you're developing something, you're not gonna put in the App Store to test it. It must have like a test mode, but I don't know about it. Kidding. 30 days. Oh, I see. So you cannot do that for as long as you want, right? You have 30 days. With my phone, I can just put in developer mode and I can install, I can go to a website, I can download an APK if I'm crazy enough, and I can just install it, right? No strings attached. That's one of the reasons that I use Android, is because of the freedom you have with your phone. You can pretty much do everything you want. Like, even my phone has a micro USB, like a mini USB. I can literally plug in my computer and I can just drag files to it. Drag videos, drag music, look my pictures, delete my pictures. I can do pretty much what I want. It's kind of like a huge flash drive, and I unplug from my computer. I take my phone with me and I go. With the iPhone, I cannot do that. That's one of the, that's, I guess, the big reason that I stopped using, because I had just gave me an iPhone. I think was like 4 years ago or 5 years ago. She gave me an iPhone and I was using that, but it would get in my way for so many things that I wanted to do, right? And this was like the biggest, like being able to plug my phone and having everything that I want and drag and drop everything that I want in my phone and back and forward. And with the iPhone, I had to go through iTunes, and then the only thing you can do is like pictures and music, and even the music sometimes you cannot take from, let's say if you get a music from iPhones, it doesn't work in other players. I don't know. That was like a huge thing to me. And then with the Android, I don't have that. Except that string tary password sent back to the APK. Yeah, exactly. Exactly, man. That's exactly. So I made 1640. Okay, 1640. $1640 is the max score, and the person that's holding it, it's me. Good, very good. That's how I like it. I want to see you guys beat me. I want to hold this score as far as I want, as I can. Okay. Let me think. What's the next step here? Now we need to actually, I guess, update. Man, I'm gonna lose so much XP just testing this thing right now because it's actually taking my XP away. Check. Jeff Dev. Watch. I start the game. See? 100 XP gone. Gone, bro. Just for testing. Now I'm gonna make more points here. Oh, I need to mark that one first. Let's do here. There we go. Playing is smart, my friend. Playing is smart. Yeah. Give me those points. Oh, the Joker. Where? Here. Bam. There we go. Here. Bam. Oh, I'm getting a good run right now. There we go. 2020. Plopsy. Welcome to the stream, my man. Okay, now we need to work this jackpot here. And that's the game state. So let's copy this. Right? Yeah. I will win. Dude, I just want to see it. I just want to see it, you guys. I want to win too. I want to win too. You guys better park your browser in the chat to get XP, dude. And by the way, how much do you guys think that would be a good amount? Because I am thinking to do every time you play, you need to put in 100 XP. What do you guys think about that? It should be 100, it should be 50, or it should be 10. Which amount you guys think that would be fair? Because I am thinking, like, the new guys that are just coming to the stream, they're not going to have like thousands of XP like we do, right? Even for them to get 100 XP, it takes a while. 100 is fair? Okay. Yeah, so the new guys, they're gonna have to figure it out to get some XP. Or we need to start giving some XP, right? Because I know that majority of you guys have a lot of XP, but let's say a person that just come to the stream and we are playing or something, and you know, Rose Gaming. See? Rose Gaming has 135. He would be able to play one time and that's it. And by the way, welcome to the stream, man. See, this is what I'm talking about, because if it was 10, Rose, I'm gonna say Rose Gaming. Rose Gaming, if it was 10, he will be able to play like 13 times. Being 100, he's gonna be able to play one game and that's it. Give 100 for a follow. Yeah. Mine away. Yeah. 1,000's unfair. Okay, I'm gonna keep in 100. I'm gonna keep on 100. 30k. I watch quite often, also just mostly lurking. Yeah. Well, if you're lurking, you're getting XP. That's probably why you have 135. The thing is, if you leave your browser open in my channel, even if I'm not streaming, you're getting XP, right? You only level up if I am streaming, but the XP you're getting if I'm streaming and if I'm not streaming either. The Snake, welcome to the stream, man. 50 would be better. Can you make so you can play different amounts? 10, 100, 1,000? Well, the thing is, it would have to be the same for everyone, Doctor, because everybody would be putting the same amount. Because would not be fair if, let's say, I am putting 100 and someone else is putting 10 and he beats the score. And then he's gonna get all the XP. So it's not fair for people that are putting more. Like, I don't really bothers me because I have a lot of XP, but I know that probably would bother someone else. So if it's going to be 100, it's 100 for everybody. If it's going to be 50, it's going to be 50 for everybody, right? Don't win all the XP. You guys, I'm never gonna finish this game. I'm gonna tell ya. Game data. Let me see here. So I have jackpot, max score, and max score user ID. So I could pass that straight back to the game. Fell to game max data and save that. Okay, let's go back to Unity. This used to be a C# stream. Well, it's all languages. This is what happens. I started watching when I was trying to learn C#. Well, but this game is C# and JavaScript. So, you guys learn both. New game. Why 2500? Oh. And I just lost 100 XP more just for that little test. Let me stop the bot here. Programming is programming. Yeah, well, I'm gonna go back to C#. I'm just gonna finish this game and I will go back to the survival game, right? But the thing is, I don't have much time in my life to program. So pretty much the time that I have to program is the time that I'm streaming. So, and I have all these ideas to create games and stuff so we can have fun, right? So, I'm sorry guys, but I have to do everything during the stream. So now we are doing JavaScript and C#, but as soon as I go back to the survival game, it's gonna be C#, you know. Sorry. If I had more time, I probably would work on this offline, right? Oh, we got a new reference exception. Game is running. Did the bot failed? Failed to retrieve the game max data. Huh. why it failed. Let's take a look in our model here. Oh, there we go. Bug. Look at that bug. Come on, Unity, don't froze on me. Don't freeze on me. There we go. Jackpot is 100. Max score is 2020. What? Oh, the jackpot. Where do I do it? Let's do it here. Bam, bam. And when you get the Joker, you need to select a number first, because that's going to be used for the Joker. So let me see if I can show you guys really quick. You need to be aware that. So if you get a Joker, let's say... So let's say if you get a Joker, the number 3 and 25, if you click on 25, you would be using the Joker for it. So you would click 63, 25, and then 3, right? Because if you go to 25, it uses the Joker to mark the 25, and then you're just wasting that number. So that's why you need to be smart about it when you're marking it. Jackpot? What? That's not doing what it's supposed to do. That's just wrong. Where are we setting? Okay, this jackpot here is fine. Where is it? Right here. This thing here. So this amount game jackpot. So I'm thinking this is a string. Let me see. Data dot jackpot is equal parse int parse int 10. Let's do this one. So the jackpot is going to be this number plus that number, right? You cannot install Discord? Why is that? Let's see if that fixes it. And then we need to refresh. That's gonna be edit document. See, it was supposed to be 300, was just concatenating the string. 300, save that. So now we got 300. Okay. And the max score looks like it's fine, I guess. Yeah, because we are not adding, we're just setting to it. Right? Go away. Dude! 3 numbers. Finish. Okay, let me start over. So next time it should be 400. Why is doing that? It's concatenating. I don't understand. Game data jackpot. The jackpot increased to 300, 100, 100. Is my XP correct? Yeah. So I have 62,485. 62,485. $62,385, so it's taking my XP correctly. Why is the jackpot going haywire? Let me debug this. Dude. And why is it? This should be 400, 500, 700. Jackpot 300. Yeah, there we go. See, this should be 300, 4, 5, 700. Yeah, it's actually I think rows it's concatenating strings instead of adding numbers, right? Because this 300 was the value that we had to begin with, and then we had 100, 100, 200. Somehow I got 200 in there. So that's why I try to do parse int. Let's see if it now is going to work. Maybe the database was, I don't know. Now we should have 700, right? Yeah, 700, that's correct. $800. Okay, now it's correct. But why do I have 360 as my max score? Let me see. So okay, 1800. Now it should be, the max score should be 1800. Max score 360. This looks like it's working now. I think my database had a wrong number in there. Solve a bug and two pop up. Exactly, man. Unbelievable. Refresh. Jackpot 1000. That's an integer. This needs to be an integer. Now I have everything as an integer. Okay. Oh boy. Let's check that. XP amount. Game over. There we go. I'm gonna use parse int everywhere here because I don't want to get to that issue again. Okay. Let's try again. $360. Okay, let's see if we can beat that score now. Let's do that. Dang, son. That was a good move right there. There. 3 numbers, bro. I knew it. So, okay, the score now, the max score, it should be 2200, right? $2,200. Let's see if we can beat that. Okay, 1800. I need to make more points here. Yeah, not gonna beat that one. 2200. Let me try one more time. Otherwise, I go to the database and I change it. I know that's cheating, but if I cannot beat 2200 now, I do that. Replay button. Joker goes there, there, and there. There we go. Are we gonna make it? Damn, 19, 20. Okay. Oh, dude, for 80 points. 80 points. Yeah, 2200. Let's go to the database and change that. Let me connect here. That. Okay. So let's edit and let's do max score 500. Save that. And see, something is changing. Like the user ID is fine, right? Because something is saving into the database and changing this back to a string. These ones is still correct. This one I don't care as much, but something is changing back to a string. That's something you need to be really, really careful when you're working with JavaScript, right? It's not enforced. Your variables type are not enforced. It's not like C# that you say, hey, this is going to be an integer, and that's always going to be an integer. With C# it's different. Okay. So 500, we beat the score already. Okay. Okay, 1900. One more week and I'm done with C# fundamentals. Where is the tutorial? Are you reading a book, a tutorial, or where is it? Hitmax. Yeah, 1900. That's the score now. Let's see if we can beat that 1900. So, okay, 2000. Okay, now it should be 2000. Yeah, now it's correct. Now it's doing what it's supposed to do. But see, just because of that was being converted to a string somewhere. And I don't have any type of enforcement. What I could do, and I think what I'm gonna do right now, it's before I save into the database, and I missed one thing in there. Before I save to the database, so 2000, we made 1500, it should still be 2000. Jeff Dev. Yeah, it's still 2000. Okay, so one thing that we could do is in this model here, get game data, set so let's create a var here. Parse game data. And this is going to be, what's our document here? That. So this is what we need in there. ID of 1. So this is going to be the parse int that we are using here. Parse int. This is going to be parse int as well. And this is going to be game data. dot jackpot, and then game data dot max score. Right? And then we don't care about this one, so let's do game data dot that. And then instead of saving the game data, we're gonna be saving the parsed game data. Right? So doesn't matter how this data gets here. If it gets right or wrong, it doesn't matter. We're gonna be always setting that to an integer, and then the user, it doesn't matter for us, wherever it's coming in. And then we save that. I got your link here, Max. Oh, you're doing a beginner to advanced lesson 1. What's the namespace? That's awesome, man. This is the course that Hitmax is doing. If you guys want to check that out. Are you liking this one, Hitmax? Are you learning with it? Because I don't remember watching that one specifically. Okay, let me save this. Save this one right here. Nice, man. Okay. So now the jackpot is working. I think I'm gonna do one more thing in this. I think I'm gonna add the max score username, right? So we can get the name of the person, so we can show it. Where is it? So login panel, let me do 0 here. And then game container 1. So I want to show something like that. So we would have the max score, the score, and then the person's name that's holding that max score. And that would show to everybody that's playing. Everybody would say, hey, that's the person that has the max score, right? I'm going for it. Let's do that. Login panel. Okay. Let's do comma max. Username. Username game state dot do I have that? Do I have the username here? I'm gonna beat that max score. I need to have the username here. Game over. Game state. Let's double check on this C#. Game over. Point, so we don't have that. Let's add it. Let's do username. Dot player data dot display name. Let's put name. Okay, save that. So now we're gonna get username here on Node.js. So we're gonna have right? Username, yep. Dot username. Save that. If is greater, then we're gonna say game data dot max equals game state username. Just gonna copy this because I don't want to misspell something. There we go, see? We already have this one wrong. Max score username. Save that. See, we had both places wrong. Okay. Let us play one more time and see how that goes. Oh, now I need to beat the max score for my name to be saved in there. Let's hope I can beat max score. $1,700, maybe. 1900. Oh. Okay, so let me change that in the database. Max data. So max score, let's do that. 500. So we know that we can beat that one. $500, okay. Okay, now return, my man. It's good, man. Fixing some bugs like every day of our lives. Refresh, max data, user ID. Why is it? Why? Max score 1700. Did I forget to restart the bot? I can bet you that I did. Max score 500. Let's try again. Return, my man. How are you doing? Yeah, I forgot it. I knew it. Okay, restart the bot, and I got something nasty. What did I do? That. There we go. Oops. Okay, we just need to beat that 500. Then we would be good. Man, nothing, huh? Just the devil. Joker, where you go? Here. Finish. Okay, now let's check Mongo. We should have our name here now. Max's score username is null. Okay, let's go back to C#. Let's go back to C#, event game over. We are sending player data display name on game over. And then on game over, let's go back here. On game over, we got the data. If it's greater than the max score, we set the score, we set the user ID, and we set the user name. Game state, username. Okay, game state, username. Username. Unless if this is null, let's do data name. Let's try again. Save that. Save everything here in the bot. Restart the bot. And then go back to Unity. Okay, we must make more than 1600 now. A lot of work. I imagine, man. I cannot do that. You need to have a lot of patience. I see people doing it. I don't know how they have that amount of patience. And besides of having patience, you need to know what you're doing, right? If I was going to be doing pixel art, I would like, how do I know which color? Like when you need to do like shade and that type of thing. I don't understand. I think it's awesome who can do it, but I cannot. Okay, we need 100 more points. Come on. There we go. So max would be 1720 and we should have the name on Mongo. So let's double check here. $17.20. Okay, that's correct. Let's see if Mongo now. Username null. What are you talking about? Game state username. Oh boy. Oh boy. Look at that. If you guys saw that and you guys didn't tell me anything, you probably did that. You probably say, I'm not gonna tell Jeff. I see that he made a mistake in there. I'm not telling anything, so he's gonna suffer for half an hour. That's sexist. What about girls? What did I say? Did I say something? Oh, the guys. I was talking about the guys that do pixel art. Is that what you're talking about? Rip my innocence. That's what you're talking about? Don't even remember what I said. Okay, 1700. We need to do more than that. Let me change in the database. East click low girls. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. But that's what I'm used to say, so I'm sorry. Refresh. Edit document. Let's change the max score to 500 so we know for sure that we can beat that. And see if we get our name to be saved on Mongo. Okay. You're working fast, man. Well, the login is already working. Actually, if you want to set your password, so when I give you guys the copy of the game, just whisper Botweiler Jr. with the command setpass, and after the command, put your password. But don't put like real password. Just create some gibberish and put in there because it's just being saved as pure text. So please don't use anything, any password like real password. Just make up something, right? Jeff Dev. Now we got it. Save you some time, yeah. Yeah, I'm probably gonna do that. Now we got it. Now we have the name of the person. Okay, now we have that being saved on. Let me see if the bot said something. New boss on chat was not found in the DB. Oh, okay. That's the bit boss. Jackpot increase 2400. Max data. Okay, so if you want to set your password, this is the command. So just whisper Botweiler Jr. that command, space, and then some gibberish. That would be your password. So then you would log in here. So let's say return, you would say the return underline, and then your password would be the gibberish that you set with the Whisper. That's how you get to log into the game when I release it. I think Friday I'm gonna be able to give you guys a copy of the game, and then we can start playing it. Okay, now we need to make the panel. Let me show you guys. Let's set this to 0. This to 1. So now we need to set this panel here to have the person's name in there. Where is the bot? The bot's right here. This is the bot. There you go. See, I can see my XP, and this is coming from this bot right here. You cannot whisper it? Yeah, I can whisper it. So let me try set my password again. Yeah, I get that. Oh, now you got it. Jesus Christ. Level 10, 12. Yeah, now I can see it. So you were not in the database, so now you are. And then it set up your password. And then after you, I set up my password. So yeah, as soon as I put the game online, you can literally download, log in with the return underline, and then with wherever the password you just put in there. Don't put real passwords in there, please. And every time that you run the command, it's gonna change your password, right? So if you run the command again and put something else, that something else is going to be your password. So now I need to, where am I updating those panels? Reset panels, game state, panels manager, game state, update jackpot, we need to update. Well, you cannot have spaces in your password though, because when you type the command, if you type this space is space my password, your password is going to be this. It only takes wherever you pass after the command, and if there's any space or anything, it just cuts out. So your password needs to be one entire string with no spaces. Update jackpot. I guess I need to create that. Right? I don't have set max points, max point text. But it is updating somewhere though. Max score. Yeah, max score 1860. So that's being updated somewhere. There we go. Update jackpot. Plus, we're gonna do that. And then data dot game state data. Gonna have to create public int that's not local. Public int max score username. I think that's it. Max score username. Username. One reference. Game state data. On. So let's go back to game manager because we need to set that variable. On game state received, we need to do
My name is Jeff.
equally.
My name is Jeff.
Thanks for the sub, man.
My name is Jeff.
Where you came from?
My name is Jeff.
There we go. Equally. Thanks for the sub, man. Thanks for the sub, Equally. Where you came from, dude? Need to use my Twitch Prime sub? Whenever. Thank you. Welcome to the stream, by the way. E dot game data max score username. So, where is this being fired? On game state received, and you convinced me. There you go, dude. Thanks for the follow, by the way. This is our Discord if you want to join. Map biomes. Let me see, Mystic. Where's my browser? Where's my browser? Oh boy. Are you doing this with the, how you call it? Masks? There you go, man. There you go. Equally, thanks for joining it. I don't know if you just got here, but the game that I'm actually work on, I'm gonna show you. This game that we are doing is just a game for the stream. So this game is going to be connected to the bot, and then fun stuff happen, right? So when you beat the max score and all that stuff, overlay would show in the stream with your name and say, oh, you beat the max score. It's just like fun stuff, right? But I'm gonna open right now the game that I actually work on. So I'm taking a break of that game, building this little game. Little game is taking me 2 weeks already, and then after I finish this, I'm gonna go back to the game. So this is the main thing. If Unity can play my game. There we go. It's a survival multiplayer now. LD Jam? What is that? So you log in and then you have your spawn pad. You can spawn on it. And this is the survival thingamajigger. So you have the weapons, we have... So if I go to the tree here, I can get wood into my inventory, right? And then if I go to these guys, I can get... So blueprints, you can click on them and use it. So as soon as you use it, you learn how to craft things, right? So if I take this small loot box and I craft, it goes to the queue and then goes to my inventory. I can put in the floor and now I can actually put stuff on it, right? And I go away and then I go back in there and my stuff is in there. And then we have base building that you can actually build stuff with it. And it's a multiplayer, so yeah, it's going. Hopefully I'm gonna make a alpha of the game pretty soon, and then I can give to you guys a copy so we can play it together. Does a Rust feel? Yeah, exactly. It's very, very similar to the Legacy, right? The Legacy Rust. I am thinking, but yeah, it's very similar. Because what I want to do, I want to do the survival aspect of Rust and the base building from Rust, but there is a bunch of stuff that is going to be different, right? Other features that I want to implement. So the end game, per se, it would not be just raiding bases. Because on Rust, pretty much what you do all the time is just raiding bases from other people and just killing people on site. That's pretty much, right? And in this game, you would have different goals that you need to do and different things that you need to protect. So yes, it would have base raiding, but that's not the main goal of the game, right? That will be a part of the game, but the base rating, it's not the end goal, right? If that makes sense. But yeah, this is the main game that I'm working on. Taking a break from it. Yeah. When it's so much stuff I need to add to it. It's probably gonna take me like 2 years to finish, like the basics, right, of what I want. But yeah, it's going. Just taking a break from it now. End of the year, you have like all the holidays and all that stuff. I'm not having a lot of time to work on it with my day job, so I'm kind of taking a break, taking it slow right now, building this little game. It's gonna be fun for us when I'm streaming. You guys gonna be playing it. I hope it's gonna be fun, and then I'll be back working in the game. And hopefully next year in the beginning, I'll be able to give you guys a copy of the alpha for it. I wish I could do all this actually, but Udemy and try and learn. Dude, yeah, if you're learning equality, we have a lot of good developers and artists in our Discord channel. So if you have any questions, go in there and ask. There's a lot of guys in there that know a lot of C# and other languages. And there's a lot of guys in there that are learning as well. So don't be shy. Ludum there. Okay, so let me see. No, I never did Ludum there, Mystic. Never did it. Never did it, bro. So let's go back to Node here. and see game data. On game state received. Okay, so when we request the game state, that's gonna be passed with our game data. Our game data should have the username. Should have the username. And go to definition. Data. So we should be good. We should be good to go here. And then panel, max the score, the data to string, and then the username. Okay, let me save all this and see if that works. 48 hours is hard. Dude, I don't know. I don't know if I'm in that level. I don't think I would be able to pull it off a game in 48 hours. Unless if it's an extremely simple game, right? But the problem is, even my simple games, they have network into it. So it makes super difficult for me to make a game in 2 days. I guess if you do like a single player, like if this game was single player, I could have done like 3 days, I would say. Right? 3 days, 8 hours each day. So I don't know. If I push it, maybe if I would push it, I will be able to do it. Like if you do 3 days, 8 hours a day, so will be 24 hours. Yeah, maybe, you know. Because I had this working kind of single player in like 3 days. Right? 0? What are you talking about? My name is not 0. And we need a space here. To a string. Oh. Oh. There we go. There we go. I think now it's going to work. Jeff Dev, there we go. Okay, so what's missing at this point? Well, there is the you guys are not getting the points for the timer here, so that's one that's missing from the game, right? So almost we beat the record. So that's missing. If I do new game, let me do Python. Python the snake. Dude. Welcome to the stream, man. Welcome. But it's almost close to the end. I was going to tell the guys I need to go because I work early tomorrow. Sorry, man. I'm streaming now normally 8 p.m. Pacific time until 11 Pacific. RIP. So I'm confused. So what the goal of the game is? This game right here. So depending what you do on it, you're gonna get points, right? So you're gonna be playing it. Every number you check, you get points. Every time you do a line, you get points. And then the angel gives you points, and the devil takes points away. And then you have the golden card, and then you have the joker. They let you mark numbers in the board. And by doing those things, you have 20 rounds, and you're trying to make as much points you can in those 20 rounds. So in this play here, I made 1800, and the max score is 1860. And that was my previous record, right? So let's say that you play it and you beat the record. Your name is going to be here, and the points is going to be next to it. So everybody that's playing the game knows that the max record is by you or by wherever the person has the name in there. And then every time you play, if you type check in the chat, you'll be able to see the level you are and the XP you have, right? So every time you play the game, you need to use 100 XP from your XP. That XP goes to the jackpot. And then every Friday, the person that has the max score here would win the jackpot. And then the max score would reset to 0. And then everybody starts playing again. And then by Friday, whoever has the name in there and the max score will get all that XP. It's just for fun, right? And then since the bot is, because the bot, like when I type, let's say if I type this here, that displays the Discord link. This is this bot right here, right? So, and the bot is actually controlling the game. So when you guys beat the max score, and if I am streaming, overlay would show in the stream and say so and so beat the max score and that type of thing, right? So that's how it's just for fun, literally, and for the stream. And you guys can play it whenever. If I'm streaming or not, you'll be able to play it. And to gain XP, you just need to be in my channel. So if you just leave your browser open in my channel, my bot is always running. So the people that are in my channel, you still keep earning XP even when I'm not streaming. When I am streaming, you get more XP. But when I'm not streaming, you gain XP, but not as much. The only thing that you only get when I'm streaming is the level up. You only increase your levels by watching the stream. So every time you guys see when someone levels up, that's overlay that shows 1 XP per minute. I don't remember how much it is, max. I don't remember exactly. This would really cool as one of those Twitch extensions. Yeah, and I want to add a Twitch extension because I want to do leaderboards that would show in my profile, right? So I want to make an extension that actually talks with my bot, and then the top 10 best scores for the week would show in the profile, right? But it could, yeah. I don't know if the entire game could be an extension, maybe. I could look into it and see if I can make it as an extension, right? But the idea for the game is for it to be a mobile. I'm getting tired. I cannot even speak anymore. So the idea is for the game to be a mobile game, right? So you're watching the stream. If you're watching in your computer, you can be playing around with your phone and, you know, that type of thing. Yep. So that's how it works. Python the snake, my man. I'm sorry. I'm tired. So yeah, the game is pretty much almost done. At this point, there's a couple of things missing, but I will be working on that. I think Friday, I'm gonna give you guys a copy. If everything works fine, I'm gonna give you guys a copy Friday so you guys can run. So then everybody will be able to run the game, right? Actually, if you guys wanna set up your password, let me show you here. So then Friday, you're gonna be ready to play. So when you start the game, your username will be your Twitch username. And your password, this is what you need to do. Whisper. So of course that you want to change that, and you don't want to use the quotes. But if you type /w Bottweiler Jr. and then you type the command set pass, and then you put a password, that's going to be the password for your game. But let me tell you, don't put any important password in there. Just make a gibberish and put in there, because everything is being saved as a plain string. So don't put your passwords there, please. Don't do it. Everything is plain string. Like when you do the login, everything, there is nothing encrypted. So just create some gibberish and set your password with that. And then when I give you the game, you can open the game, put your name, your password that you set, and start playing the game. I got college extra credit on Friday. Oh boy. But let me know, Equality, let me know, because if I am able to make a build for you guys, you are in our Discord. Send me a message and say, hey Jeff, did you got the game done? Because if I got it done, I send you a copy, right? Even though I'm not streaming, we can talk through Discord. You still don't name it yet? Yeah. I'm gonna call it right now. February the 30th is my alpha release date. Okay. Okay. Decide the name. Yeah. Yeah. Yep. We got a bunch done, guys. We got it. Let me see here. Who is streaming? Who is streaming? I think KDO's streaming tonight, don't he? I think he was. There we go. There we go. Dr. KDO. So yeah, if you guys wanna hang it out for a second, I'm just gonna play one more song and then I'm gonna be hosting KDO. I think majority of you guys know KDO already. He's an awesome guy, awesome programmer. Really good. He's also doing survival, 3D multiplayer survival. It's pretty good stuff, guys. You guys gonna like it. So yeah, thanks guys for everything. Thanks for watching. Equality, thanks for subbing, man. I really do appreciate. And everybody else, thanks for watching. I really do appreciate, guys. Thank you. I'm gonna be back here Friday. So see you guys then. Love you guys. Bye-bye.